Good morning, Chef Tim Love. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am one of your biggest fans, and if I could ever get to be able to cook half as good as you do, I'll be a happy guy.
Well, that's good. That's a great start, Brian.
Chef Love, my people have just gotten a brand new grill. What are some of the tips you can give the novice who has never done it before?
Well, I would say start simple. You know, I mean, the best thing to do when grilling for the first time is do something that you're real familiar with. So I always say when you get a new grill, two things you want to do is either cook burgers or hot dogs. It teaches you a lot of things about your grill. You find out how hot the grill gets. You find out, you know, how to move things around on the grill. And quite frankly, burgers are not easy to cook because they stick a lot, and you want to understand how to move those things around, how hot to get the grill. And I got to tell you, if you're cooking burgers, you want to get the grill really, really hot, and that makes it form a nice little crust.
So, Chef, what is that looks a little different there on the grill? What is that you're working on there?
Today, I've got a recipe, Brian, that I'm cooking that's really kind of a fun one, which is taking burgers and shaping them into hot dogs, which allows you to move it around a little bit easier and also gets a little bit more char on it, which makes it really nice. So I take my burger that I like to use is 50% prime tenderloin and 50% brisket. You can go get a nice easy 80-20 meat at your grocery store very easily. Shape them into the shape of hot dogs, season them really well, put them right onto the grill, and then you got to be patient. This is the most important part. It's the hardest thing for guys to do because we're all very impatient as guys. You got to put it on the grill and let that thing sit there and form the crust. And then when you take your burger for the first time, if they're not in this kind of shape, you want to scoop your spatula from the back. See how my spatula goes like that? Scoop from the back. That allows you to get underneath the meat. And when you scoop this way, you end up sticking the meat a little bit. Start pushing the burger to the back of the grill, and it also tears up the burger. So you want to scoop from the back. Very, very important. When you do that, it'll lift the burger right up and take all that crust off of the grill, which is the stuff that you want. It makes it really nice. Now, after that, obviously when you flip it, you want to add some cheese to it. You're a cheese guy, right, Brian? But hey, you're from Philly. You gotta like cheese. Yeah, if you don't like cheese, you're in the wrong city. Yeah. So we got the cheese melt on here a little bit like this, and then it becomes all about the toppings, you know, and you know, especially like on 4th of July, keep it simple. Get your condiments out there, let people top it themselves. And the best way to do that is get you a little bit of Hellmanns mayonnaise, especially in this new squeeze bottle they got. It makes it nice and simple and nice and clean. So for me, I've always had trouble getting the mayonnaise out of the bottle. And luckily, Hellmanns has solved that problem for me. Look how clean that is. Like there's nothing, you know how like sometimes in other condiments they have squeeze bottles and it ends up with stuff all over the outside of it. This new technology that Hellmanns has got here is like a lifesaver, especially when you're out grilling all the time, like I am. It keeps it, look how clean the table is. Everything stays clean, and you can have a lot of fun with it.
Chef, I have to admit, I tried one of your tips of putting the Hellmann's mayonnaise inside of my marinade for my chicken, and the chicken was fabulous.
Oh yeah, but that's awesome though, because when you marinate it in the Hellmann's like that, see, what people forget is how simple Hellmann's is. It's eggs, oil, and vinegar, which is 3 great things that go on the outside of things that are being grilled, because what it does is it helps form this beautiful crust. Like when we grill, it's all about the crust on the outside of the meat or the vegetables. So with chicken or with burgers or even fish, you know, like a real great trick is to paint your fish with a little bit of Hellmann's and add some salt and pepper to it. On a hot grill, it forms this beautiful crust and has great flavor. So that's what it's all about when you're grilling. It's about the ease of making things a little bit easier, and Hellmann's really helps with that.
So how did you become partnered with Hellmann's, and how long has that partnership been in existence?
I've been working for about 6 years, and but I've been eating it all my life. I grew up on watercress and mayonnaise sandwiches when I was a kid in Tennessee. So I didn't eat peanut butter and jelly. We lived on a farm that had this beautiful creek that ran through it, and we'd go pick fresh watercress right at the spring. A little bit of wheat bread and spread a little mayonnaise on there and some pepper. It was one of the greatest sandwiches ever.
So Chef, the difference between smoking, grilling, and then with propane, what do you suggest? Which one do you prefer? And what are some tips you have for each type of cooking?
I don't. You know, it's a time thing, really, Brian. It's more about how much time do you have. And so, you know, if you go to Hellmanns.com, I've got a lot of recipes that are really, really quick. And then we've got some recipes that take a little bit more time, like, you know, if you want to grill like whole chickens, like you were talking about. But, you know, smoking is about time, and grilling is a little bit quicker. And it's also two different types of things. And people kind of confuse them sometimes because, you know, in Texas, we do a lot of smoking because we got a lot of time to kill down there. You just sit around and you drink beer and you just sit there and stare at the meat all day. But sometimes you just need to be a little bit quicker, and that's what, you know, and grilling hamburgers and hot dogs, I mean, it's what 4th of July is all about. And to me, I like both of them. It really just depends on the day.
Chef, thank you so much for your time this morning. And if you are ever in the Philly area, please look us up at NASCA Network, because you know I am a fan. I'll be following you, and I'll be looking for some more tips from you.
I will, yes, sir.